Boo bitches! Welcome to episode 159 of C3 Crystals, Cauldrons, and Cocktails. I'm River,
And I'm Ren.
and today we're going to talk about scent magic.
Yeah.
Yeah, our sense of smell, it's one of the most primal of all of our senses, and so we're really excited to talk about it. But first, what are we drinking? And I have to say, I'm not drinking alcohol. Um, I had a bad day last week. I don't even know my weeks anymore. And because of that, I'm like, oh, I'm going to have some wine. So I drank several glasses of wine. And then my brain, hurt, my head hurt so bad for the next 4 days that I couldn't go to work. I couldn't do anything. So I've decided I'm not going to drink for a little bit, or if I do,
hmm
it's going to be minimal amount. So
hmm
tonight I am drinking coffee, which my husband says I'm not going to be able to sleep, but it's peppermint chocolate mocha coffee and it's yummy.
Yum, yum.
What are
Yeah,
you drinking?
I'm just having some tea. So I was also sick last week
Oh,
and I sounded like a little gremlin because I kind of lost my
mm-hmm.
voice and I was
That's right.
coughing and I had like I'm pretty sure it almost turned into a sinus infection, but gladly it didn't. And so I just
Mm-hmm.
sounded like all week, like literally all week. And today you can still kind of hear like undertones
Yeah, you
and
sound a little bit stopped up.
a little nasally today.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah, so
yeah.
between you being sick last week and me, I mean, that alcohol and the stress, I guess, from work just shut me down.
hmm
I was out for the whole rest of the week. It was awful.
Yeah. So it's we have a lot of catching up to do, but hopefully we can. And
Yeah, we do, and we're sorry. We're human. It happens.
yeah,
But are you ready to jump into scent magic?
I am. But first I want to say I cut my hair today.
Oh
It was
yeah,
just
she
like a
did.
random decision of mine. I'm usually impulsive when it comes to decisions on my hair, and I chopped off 8 inches.
Hmm.
So you say, but the
It
girl said it
looks
was more like 6, but
it looks like it was 8.
it's pretty short. But
It
it's
is
not
pretty
it's not
short.
quite above my shoulders.
Hmm.
Which I thought would be cute, but I've had it above my shoulders before and it poofs with my hair texture
Yeah,
because
yeah.
the weight of my hair usually holds down the
Hmm.
kinkiness
Hmm.
and makes a nice like little pretty beach wave. But when it's shorter, it tends to poof. So I am a little worried because I asked her, she chopped it off, and I was like, "Can you take just a little bit more?" Because I wanted a
Hmm.
little bit more. Because at that point, I was like, "It doesn't even look like you touched my hair. What? I'm gonna spend
I
this
mean,
money and you didn't even touch it." So I asked her to take more off, and so
it looks like she did a lot of layering too.
yes, I asked for layers because I really like
Yeah, that's
layers.
beautiful. I think
But
it's beautiful.
I'm really excited. Usually I don't do short hair, but I was like, why not? It's gonna grow back. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, um, I guess I'm ready now. I've talked about myself a little bit.
Okay. Oh, and I should tell you all, I have started my therapy for my brain today, which is a reason I'm kind of tired tonight. So I don't know how long I can go, and I can't
This will
read
be a
very
shorter
well.
episode.
So,
We're gonna stick on script. We're not gonna dilly-dally, and we're gonna try to get it done. And if
yeah,
it needs to
because
be a two-parter, it can be a two-parter, a 20-minute part. It's fine.
I do have a headache, so just be aware of that. And the therapist said that I tested positive on a lot of different issues today. He did these tests, and he was like, "Well, you're positive on that one. You're positive on that one."
What does that
So,
mean?
well, it means I've got issues, and that he now
Well,
has
I
the
mean,
plan forward to help me overcome these issues
you've had issues for a long time before your head injury.
before I even fell.
Yes.
But yeah, so
Anyways.
anyway, okay. So what is scent? Well, I mean, that's kind of obvious, right? But what is the actual
It makes
definition?
sense.
Sense, didn't we? I feel like we did a
We've made
sense
this
and
joke.
sense
We've made
before.
this joke
Yeah,
before, but it never gets old. Maybe
I
it
think
does,
it's
but not
funny.
to me, so.
Not to us. Yeah, we're just weird. Sorry, y'all. Okay.
Uh,
So you can't really see it, you can't touch it, but we're definitely aware of its presence. it actually is supposed to be connected to our ancient limbic system in our brain, which is
Hmm.
supposedly what helps connect us to our ancestors, they say.
Okay.
It's that's the part of the brain that stores memories, and not just our personal memories, but the memories of our ancestors that are supposed to be stored in our DNA. And we're going to talk a little bit. I have a whole section on ancestor magic that we're going to
Okay.
talk about.
That's cool.
But these deep-rooted memories can be triggered by certain smells, and it's often has a very powerful impact on us. I mean, just think of how certain smells, like to me, the smell of Thanksgiving Day, that roasting turkey, and those make me feel cozy and happy and family oriented. So scent definitely triggers emotional and physical responses in a person.
Hmm. Hmm. I agree. I mean, right now, as someone who's had a stuffy nose all week, I wish
Yes.
to be able to smell things normally.
And I read that when you have a stopped up nose from a cold or if the flu or whatever, that's why your taste buds they diminish because your nose is stopped up.
Yeah, everything
It's
works
directly
together.
related.
It
Yeah.
all works together. So scent is one of those most like powerful tools that
Hmm.
you can use. You can say it's in your witch's arsenal.
Oh
I'm
yeah.
getting all I'm getting all stopped up just talking. So if I sound
I'm
more nasally
sorry.
as I go, I'm sorry. So it can invoke memories, alter moods, and transport us to other realms, making it a, important ally in our magical practice.
I like that.
So, what is scent magic?
Okay.
Scent magic uses the energy of aromas to focus intent, enhance spells, and create sacred spaces. Whether through essential oils, incense, herbs, or perfumes, scent magic weaves a sensory spell that's like resonates deeply within the soul.
I think that's a very fair definition. I mean, it's basically using smell to work your craft.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, why does scent enhance our magic?
Okay.
So the sense of smell is very close connected with us. So it's a part of our brain. So, and I feel like our magic comes from our brain. It comes from our intent. It comes from our feelings. So why
That's where
wouldn't
our
scent
soul
be able to
is.
enhance us? Oh, maybe.
My husband and I argue about this. He's like, "You are so weird." I'm like, "Our soul is in our head." He's like, "Shouldn't it like be in your heart? Isn't that where the soul is kind of in
Like,
your
isn't
heart?" And I'm
it
like, "It's in my
just
head, okay?" And he's like, "Yeah,
okay?
whatever, River."
So, because of this, certain scents can, trigger our deep emotions, and it can go even deeper into our psychological responses as well. And this is where I'm kind of jumping ahead, but we can kind of weave it into shadow magic as well.
Oh yeah.
And so it just makes a really great tool for transformation and or manifestation.
I
So,
did not think about shadow magic. That would be a great way. I think we should all explore the scents that trigger different emotions in us,
yeah,
and we that would be a great
absolutely.
thing to work
Yeah.
on.
So like
You're
you
so
have a
smart.
scent of your loved one, like maybe your
Mm-hmm.
husband has a specific scent or your
Mm-hmm.
grandfather or your father. And so there's just certain smells that you're like you just stop maybe sometimes and just want to smell more or maybe not
Mm-hmm.
smell at all because it reminds you of
Mm-hmm.
something bad.
Mm-hmm.
So each scent carries its own vibrational energy.
Okay.
Sorry, my nose is so stuffy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So, by aligning these energies with your intent, you can amplify the power of your spell work. So, let's say, I just got an idea. Let's say you want to have somebody back off. You want to maybe provide, let's say, a spell jar, okay? A
Okay.
spell jar to ward off this bad energy. And
Mm-hmm.
maybe you put something that smells bad in it because you're wanting to ward it off. And if they smell something bad, let's say it's a person for this instant,
Mm-hmm.
and they smell something bad, they don't want to be near you.
That's
That's like
true.
a rejection type of thing. Like you don't want to
Mm-hmm.
be near bad fragrances. And so if you make a spell jar or something like a ritual or a spell in that intent, then maybe they'll stay away
That's
because
a
of the
great
smell.
idea. Yeah.
So, with a whiff of the right fragrance, you can shift energy, amplify your intentions, and or create a magical atmosphere. We can use
Mm-hmm.
smell in so many ways. So, this kind of art bridges the physical and spiritual worlds as well, drawing on ancient connection between scent and the unseen.
Okay.
So, basically, scents have a direct line to the subconscious, making them ideal for our work. When you
Okay.
breathe in a specific fragrance, it can invoke emotions, awaken dormant memories, that is very true,
Mm-hmm.
or align you with specific energies. So, from earthly and grounding scents to uplifting florals,
Mm-hmm.
each smell or aroma holds unique vibrations. So, that can help you in your practice. So, let's say you're wanting to sit down and you're wanting to have a dark and moody ritual. You have the
Mm-hmm.
all the lights off, candles on, and you are wanting something dark. And maybe you'll accompany that with earthy scents. Maybe you'll accompany that with, I don't know, man scent because they always make those things dark. You know, like the dark candles that I'm
Yes,
talking
I
about?
do.
They,
I
they,
do know
they like
exactly what you're
advertise like
talking about.
all the men's products are like these dark, gloomy men. And then you have the women's where it's like, ah, women. And so
It's
that's kind of
flowers and
yeah,
yeah.
that's kind of what I picture. So you could do like a one of those, like candles are a big thing and all of that. We're gonna talk more, but like you could do things like that.
Yeah, I did come across in when I was doing research about I don't know if it was a company or what. I think it was on Reddit that I saw this. And they're like there are they there are things that they sell that have like the smell of horror, the smell of it was some weird
But
stuff. And I'm
wouldn't
like,
horror kind of smell like your fear pheromones that you
"Eh,
release? Like that's kind of
definitely,
what I get the vibe of.
they were like, because then I was like, well, can you smell fear? And what does fear smell like? Because if our
Mm-hmm.
ancestors have passed down these smells that are scary, things that scared them, what does that smell like? And they were
Mm-hmm.
like, well, blood,
Okay.
molding, mildew,
Okay. I mean, I guess
because
the smell of death as well,
the
if you
smell
have
of
that in
death,
there.
decay.
Yeah, decay.
Interesting. That's just
Very,
interesting to me. But I
very.
mean, I'm all for anything that helps expand our craft. I am game to try anything. And I had never considered scent as being something that could be a part of our magical practice.
Yeah. Yeah.
But, I think it's kind of like taking our magic to because you're adding in this sensory
Well, I mean,
thing. It's
think about food, like how we cook with food, or I cook with
hmm
food for my craft. That's a sensory thing. Like that's all about the
that's true.
taste and how it is, and it tastes better when you add a certain amount of something, or when you cook
hmm
with love versus hate and all of
That's
that.
true. You said
I feel
that
like it
there's
does
actually a
affect the taste.
difference.
Yes.
Did you know? I have a did you know? Humans can have the ability to smell over 1 trillion different scents.
Oh, wow.
1 trillion.
That's a lot.
That is a
That's
lot.
kind of
That's crazy.
overwhelming.
It is. It is.
It's funny because like when I smell something, I can't tell you what I smell. Like I can't tell you, oh, it has poppies in it. It has
Hmm.
dandelion. I can't. But I could tell you exactly what ingredients are in something that I taste.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
So maybe I need to work on my nose a little bit and refine it like how I
Interesting.
have my taste buds.
Hmm.
But like I was saying a little bit earlier, there are tools for scent magic that you can use.
Hmm.
It's not just like a smell that originates from you, like your body
Hmm.
odor or like your pet
Hmm.
dog who always smells like a wet dog, even though they just got a bath. Um,
Well, if they had just got a
I'm,
bath, they
I
are
mean,
wet.
but clean, i.e., I'm talking from personal experience. I don't know why she smells like a wet dog, even though we wash her with good smelling soaps.
Hmm.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, so it
Right.
can
I
be
gotcha.
kind of not just like what you create and what your animals create, vice versa. It can also be essential oils and body soaps and etc. So
Hmm.
essential oils are very concentrated plant essences. And so
Hmm.
they're very versatile, however you say that, and potent.
Hmm.
So you can add them to your diffuser, anoint candles with it. You can mix them with like carrier oils or
Hmm.
ritual anointing spells and stuff like that. So it's I like essential oils in that way. I think they are a bit strong, so you
I
have to
mean,
be
they
I
are
don't know, if you love a good
concentrated,
strong
so
smell, then that's great. I like a good strong smell, but even essential oils are a lot for me.
I
I've
agree.
never
And
done a diffuser though. I really would like a diffuser, but I've never
I've never
like bought
tried that
one.
either.
Hmm.
Because, well, you know me, I've got my kids call it a super smeller.
Yeah.
I have a very strong
Yeah.
ability to smell. And I think it started from when I was pregnant. I don't know if I had this strong sense before I had my kids or not, but yeah, I am very, um, I use limited
Yeah.
scents on purpose
Yeah.
because it bothers me.
Hmm.
But another tool for scent magic would be herbs and flowers. You
Yep.
know, you can burn dried herbs that have a smell. Um, Sage, rosemary. You know, you can scatter fragrant flower petals that are fresh
Hmm.
around your sacred space, and that can set tone for your intentions depending
Yeah.
on what it is that
Yeah, and
you're
like
trying
yeah,
to do.
especially like you pick whatever you want for your ritual.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't
Mm-hmm.
need rose petals for a curse, then don't use rose
Right.
petals.
Right.
So
It's a
it's
loving curse.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, that's what I really like about this is it's very interchangeable and you can incorporate scent in more than just candles and other things. Like you can
Hmm.
use the scent from your herbs and flowers and whatever you're
Hmm.
using as well.
Even the smell
Um,
of dirt
yes.
from your garden. I
Yes.
love the smell of dirt in the spring after it rains. You know,
Mm.
we've tilled up our garden, getting it ready for planting. I
My
love
favorite is
that
the
smell.
smell of the asphalt.
Oh, that's so
I
funny.
love the asphalt
I
smell.
know
It
what you're
smells
talking
so
about.
good. It's like
I've smelled that.
minerally. It's like
Yeah.
metally almost.
Metally.
I don't
Yeah.
know. It's delicious. I could eat it if I could.
Oh, how funny.
I would.
Did I tell you one of the things I craved when I was pregnant with one of my kids
Mm-mm.
was the smell of the air conditioning in the car, turning it on and off. And I would sit there and smell the air conditioner.
That's weird.
Yeah, my doctor was like, don't do
Don't do
that.
that.
But it smelled so good. I wanted to eat it, that smell. Isn't that funny?
Yeah, no, that's not good for
He's
your
like,
brain.
he's like, that could lead to Legionnaire's disease. Let's not do that
Don't do that.
anymore. I'm like,
Yeah.
darn.
Darn it.
Hmm.
Oh my God. I just choked on my own spit. I
Are you
inhaled to
okay?
I inhaled to speak. I'm sorry. Ooh. Okay. So incense is the next thing. So
Hmm.
incense has been a staple of magical practices for centuries.
Oh yeah,
So
that goes back
duh,
forever.
right?
Yeah.
So you can choose blends that align with your purpose, like sandalwood or for meditation, or frankincense for spiritual elevation. I really like lavender because lavender ones are really nice. I just feel like they have like a nice calming effect in
I
the
was gonna
house.
say they're
Mhm.
very soothing. I don't
Mhm.
know what frankincense smells like.
It's earthy, I think. If I'm thinking of the right smell, it's earthy.
You know, we always hear about it in the Christmas things. Frankincense and myrrh
Hmm.
is what
It's
the
earthy, I
wise
think.
men supposedly took to baby Jesus. Frankincense. I've never smelled it.
I think I had a bundle. I bought a bunch of like it was like a test palette of incense
Oh,
and it
okay.
had a bunch of different scents in it. I got like one or two of each to like test it out, see if I wanted to order any more.
That's
And
interesting.
I'm pretty sure frankincense was in there, sandalwood was in there, lavender. I had a bunch.
Hmm.
I had like vanilla, which the vanilla one was odd because it's like the incense with vanilla. That one wasn't my favorite.
I like fruity incense. I know that sounds weird, but I love the
Um,
strawberry incense.
I like a clean smelling incense. So as close as to linen as
Like linen,
incense
I
can
was
get.
just about
Yeah.
to say.
I actually
Well,
got
go
go
ahead.
ahead. Oh,
I was just, I was going to say, given that this is the holiday season, I went and bought a whole bunch of incense to try to create that homey, cozy
yeah.
feel at home. And so I bought a bunch of cinnamon, and the incense mixing with cinnamon does not come out like cinnamon.
No. Oh.
And
How
I
does
got
it
this
how
cute
does it
little,
smell?
you can kind of smell the cinnamon, but I don't know how to describe it. But I
Hmm.
got this cute little ceramic house that you put the incense inside, and the incense comes out of the chimney. It's adorable.
Oh, that's so cute.
But the cinnamon smell is not my favorite, but they do have a sugar cookie
Ooh.
scent.
I
That
love a,
that
see,
was
I was about to
pretty
tell you,
clean smelling.
I
Yeah.
just bought a candle and I don't do vanilla smells because
Hmm.
I don't know, I don't like vanilla perfumes. I just feel like I probably used that when I was younger, and so I associate it with like a kid, like vanilla smells or vanilla.
Interesting.
Get my joke.
They're
They're
vanilla.
vanilla. Anyways, so I'm not like a big fan of vanilla like smells. I love baking with it and I love
Hmm.
smelling it when it
I love the
bakes, but
flavor of it for sure.
the candle smells and like the incense smells, it's just not right. It's like a fake
Okay.
type of scent. So it's not my favorite.
Yeah.
But my husband came home and he was like, I would like to try this vanilla Christmas smell from Bath and
Okay.
Body Works. And I'm like, I
Okay.
don't really like Bath and Body Works because they use soy candles and it's not really the best for you. You can only burn it
Hmm.
for a certain amount of time. I have this whole beef, like internal beef with companies that make candles like that and that aren't effective and they just add
Interesting.
black
Okay.
soot to your freaking house for no
Hmm.
reason, etc.
Hmm.
So I was like, okay, we'll try. I bought a little tiny one because he was very adamant. He really likes he loves Bath and Body Works, and I love it too. It's just again all the things I just
Hmm.
mentioned, and
Yeah.
so I was like, fine, we'll buy one. It smells like sugar cookies.
I love that
It
sugar cookie
smells
smell.
so
Hmm.
good. And right now we're trying to do this like healthy. We're not like taking everything out, obviously, because that doesn't work. But we are both on a journey to be better ourselves in our bodies.
Hmm. Hmm.
And so we're trying to cut out a lot of sugar, not all sugar, but a lot of sugar. So when I lit the candle, I was like, I need a sugar cookie. And I was like, no, you just get to smell it.
That's so funny. I do think that scented candles smell better than a lot of the incense. Each
Yeah.
incense is good at some smells, and scented candles, like I love a cinnamon scented candle.
Hmm.
That really does smell like
It does smell
cinnamon.
like cinnamon, yes.
But I also think, how we all practice magic with candles. Why
Hmm.
not use
A
scented
scented candle.
candles? That
Exactly.
would set the tone for your ritual.
Exactly. And you can make your own candle too. And you can make the scent with the essence, like the essential
That's true.
oils. And so you could
That's
have
true.
your own candles. Now it is one, a lot. It is a feat to make a candle,
Hmm.
and it is expensive to make a candle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I would say it's probably cheaper to just buy a candle, but I
I
don't know.
think
Like
it is.
the
But
candles, for example, like a 3 wick candle, they're probably about yay big. Like they're not
hmm.
that big and they
Hmm.
burn for like 20 hours.
Hmm.
It's not a lot. And they're like $30 right now because of
Yeah.
inflation. They're like $30. But I feel like you can buy a whole thing of wax for 30 and make several candles. So
I think so.
it's kind of just like how you want to weigh it. Now there are cheaper options for
Plus,
candles, so you could do that as well, but
when you make your own candle, you can also make it with your intent. You can
yes.
put your
Hmm.
magic into your own
Hmm.
candles if you
Exactly.
make
Like
them
it's like a
yourself.
win-win-win with making your own,
I
but it's
think so.
also a lose in the department of how
Cash.
expensive it is.
Yeah.
Yes,
I have
exactly.
another did you know?
Okay.
So you know how we were talking about loving the smell of sugar cookies and whatnot.
Yes.
Animals have favorite scents too. And the one that I read and I was like, how do they know this? A camel's favorite scent is the smell of tobacco.
How do they know that?
I don't know. How did
Maybe
they
they're like more drawn to it. Maybe if somebody has like tobacco or something, maybe they're more like drawn to it.
friendly to that person? I don't know. But camels like the smell of tobacco, just FYI.
Okay. That's interesting. But I mean, also you could also do magical perfumes.
Hmm.
I am a big perfume person.
You are.
So I always smell so pretty. So crafting a personalized magical perfume can help you carry your intention throughout the day.
Hmm.
Combine oils with a base and
Hmm.
focus on the scents that are kind of tied to your goal. Now, I will say, when I was younger, I got a chance to go to France. In high school, I did like a little study abroad with
Okay.
my French club.
Okay.
And one of our days there, we had an activity where we went to a perfume factory and made our own perfume.
That is so
Let
cool.
me tell you, I miss that smell so much. I made it myself, so there was no way you can't buy it anywhere. You
Yeah,
can't do
yeah.
anything. And I can still smell it to this day. Like I can still remember that smell, but
Mm-hmm.
I can't buy it anywhere. And it was like a florally beautiful, but it was like rich. Like some are like light and crispy. Mine was like a deep floral, and it was like this rich smell. And it was beautiful. It was the most beautiful thing I have ever made in my life.
That is so cool to have that opportunity.
Exactly.
I
And I
I
want to
can
go back. I want to go back and do that again.
I can definitely see this as being a you thing.
I
I mean,
love perfumes.
with my issue with scent, I don't wear perfumes. I
hmm
use unscented deodorant. I don't, it smells can trigger me. So
hmm
I'm not sure that
Yeah.
I could create my own perfume. Now I have created like I had burned myself on my hand and
hmm
I had heard that castor oil was really good for helping heal burns. But I hate the smell of castor oil. It smells terrible. So I did use some essential oils in the castor oil.
hmm
I made my own scent with that. I think it was a grapefruit,
Oh,
which yeah, it was I liked it. But
I don't
so I
like
could
grapefruit.
yeah, it was good though. And I
Mm,
don't have a scar. Well, I mean you can barely see where that burn was on my hand.
that's kind of cool.
Yeah.
No, but I love perfumes. I have a collection. My favorite right now is a Burberry. What is it called? Burberry Brit Sheer. That's what I smell like most of the time. Nine
Hmm.
times out of 10, I'm wearing that right
I
now.
have no idea what that is.
It's like a light, crispy,
Hmm.
sweet floral almost.
And you're
It
going to
is.
forget this conversation, and the next time I come over, I'm going to smell you, and you're going to be like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, no, I mean, it depends on my mood because I have a couple, but nine times out of 10, I'm wearing that one. I'm wearing my Burberry. And then I have one that smells exactly like honeysuckle.
Mm.
hmm And that one's not my husband's favorite, and I don't know why, because it smells delicious. It's amazing. And then I have a couple of other florals. I have Gucci Flora, that one. It's all
Okay.
right. I got that one while I was in Europe.
Okay.
That one is all right. It's not my favorite. It's sort of like the honeysuckle, but not quite. Like there's a little bit of something else in there, but I don't know what it is, but I mean, it smells good.
Hmm.
And then I have a couple more, but I'm not going to take you down the list of all my perfumes. Just you can use magical perfumes. And if, like, for me, let's say I do witchcraft every day because whenever I spray my perfumes on my body, I'm
Yeah,
invoking a feeling in myself and
absolutely.
all of that. So there's so many ways that you can use scent, and it's so cool.
Yeah, just be mindful of it because, you really can start your whole day off as you're getting ready to go to work.
hmm
You mindfully
I
use that
will say,
perfume.
every single time I forget to put on my perfume, I'm always bummed. Like for the rest of the day, I'm
Yeah,
like bummed. I'm like, fuck, I needed to put
yeah,
on my perfume. It's not like I'm
yeah,
stinky, but I love having my smell be a
yeah.
different smell other than my normal smell. But my husband will beg to differ. He's like, no, I like your natural smell. And I'm like, no. Psh, 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 psh. I'm just, it's everywhere. So, yes. So, let's get back on topic. How to practice scent magic.
Okay.
So, you can craft aromatic, like intentions.
Hmm.
Aromatic? Yes, that's a word. My
Aromatic.
brain, aromatic. There we go.
That's the
Yay!
word.
Aromatic. I'm missing a couple syllables in there.
Yeah,
Aromatic.
yeah, yeah.
Aromatic intentions. So you can begin by identifying the purpose of your magical work. And
Hmm.
so maybe are you seeking protection? Are you wanting love, prosperity, healing? Like what would it be? So
Hmm.
there are going to be specific scents that align differently with what you're wanting. So,
Hmm.
for example, love and attraction might be rose, jasmine, or I don't want
I
to,
have no idea. I saw that too.
yeah,
Lang lang,
lang lang.
ylang lang, ylang ylang, ylang ylang. Okay,
No,
never mind. I'm
no.
not going to start singing.
No. So, let's move on. Protection and you can use frankincense, cedar, and clove. And
Okay.
then prosperity, you can use patchouli, cinnamon,
Hmm.
or bergamot.
Hmm.
Bergamot? Bergamot. Can
I
you
always
pronounce
say
that, G?
bergamot, but
Okay.
from the South, so it's bergamot down here.
Absolutely. So, and then with healing, you can use lavender, eucalyptus, or chamomile.
Hmm.
And then so choose your oils like incense or herbs that match your intent, and then let their energy support your spell. So you're going to want to prepare a sacred space
Hmm.
and burn incense or diffuse your thingy and oil
Oil,
diffuser or whatever
yeah.
it is. I don't, do you need an oil diffuser to use those things?
I
I don't
don't,
know
I
anything
don't
about
know.
essence, like essence. What am I saying? Essential oils. I don't know anything about essential oils as much in like diffusing them type of way.
Hmm.
Now I
Yeah, I've
know
never done
you
it.
can take a wool ball. This is off topic, but on topic at the same time. If you have the wool ball dryer thingies for your
Hmm.
clothes, you can
Yeah.
dab a little bit of essential oils and it'll make your clothes smell like that.
Oh, neat. No,
Hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, but yeah.
So I think if you're talking about preparing your space, I mean, incense is fine. There are limited incense smells that I have discovered so far that I like. So for me, I think to set that sacred space, I would probably use a scented candle,
Yeah,
I
I
think.
feel like candles are pretty good too. I feel like
Yeah.
anything is universal. I mean, why not have
Yeah.
the candle of the color like that your intent
That's
is
true.
plus the
Hmm.
smell.
Yeah.
So like
I
that
mean,
like little vanilla candle that I got, it's not white, it's green. It's a green candle,
oh,
but it
interesting.
smells like sugar cookies.
I mean, and you could also spritz your perfume if you want to in
Hmm.
your sacred spot
Yeah, you could have a
to,
room spray. There are
yeah,
pillow sprays. I love a good pillow spray.
yeah, yeah.
I love smells.
And then you can also use the smell magic in your spell casting. And the
Hmm.
same thing that you just said, you're going to choose whatever fragrance it is that's going for whatever your intention is. So, cinnamon or cayenne pepper might be for passion, peppermint for focus, rose for love, like you
Hmm.
said.
Hmm.
Well, we've actually got a list later of the different correspondences of different scents that you
Yes.
might
Yes.
want to choose and
Hmm.
do your own research. And, like we've
Oh,
always
absolutely.
said, just because they say that this is this, it's whatever you feel in
Hmm.
your personal practice.
Hmm.
Money might not be green for you. It might be gold because gold, whatever.
It could be
So
purple,
it could be purple.
royalty type of vibes.
Royalty,
I
yeah.
don't know.
So use what smell you feel goes with the intention that you're going for. It doesn't have to be what the internet says.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So you can use scent in meditation and divination, which I feel like
Hmm.
meditation, duh, like you're in
For
this
sure.
meditative state, why not
Yeah.
have a scent? So
Hmm.
it can aid, like the scent can aid in reaching altered states while you meditate. And you
Hmm.
can try mugwort incense for psychic work or myrrh for
Hmm.
deeper meditation.
That's another smell I don't know what smells like.
I'm pretty sure that one's
Myrrh.
also earthy.
Maybe so.
Um, my answer for everything is earthy.
It's earthy.
It's earthy. So you can also do something with like energy shifts. So you can use scent to clear negativity or raise vibrations. So using smoke from sage or spraying a citrus scented mist can refresh the energy field, kind of refresh the space.
When I grew up, we always used lemon pledge to dust our furniture. And
Yeah.
so I do associate lemon with clean.
I love lemon for cleanliness, but it's not
Hmm.
because of your association. It's just because I know the properties of lemon. And when you use like lemon properties, like the acidicness as well as similar to vinegar and all of that,
Hmm. Is it
it
antibacterial? Is lemon
I
antibacterial?
am
I
not
don't
going to
know.
put out any information that I do not know. I'm not
No,
going to
we do
say
not
yes
know.
and then be wrong. So
Totally
I don't
wrong.
know, but in my brain, it just makes sense because of like the acidicness of the lemon. I don't
Hmm.
know. I could be completely wrong, but
Hmm.
I do like a good lemon smell when I clean.
Yeah.
So there are these correspondences, like we were saying. So lavender is used for peace, relaxation. I was gonna say relaxation.
Relaxation. That's a cross between both of those words.
Uh-huh. And healing. Patchouli can be used for prosperity, grounding, and sensuality. Rose can be used for love, compassion, and emotional healing.
Hmm.
Which peppermint is a big one during this time of year.
Yeah,
So,
it
oh yeah,
is.
happy holidays, everybody, because
Oh,
we're
happy
in
holidays.
December and haven't even said that. Um, I'm like having some acid reflux. Wow. So, peppermint can be used for clarity, focus, and energy. And I also associate um peppermint with cleanliness as
I
well.
do too.
It's because of our
Toothpaste. I was just
toothpaste and
thinking the
everything.
same thing. Yeah.
So I that's what I also associate it with because I feel clean. My mouth feels clean
Mm-hmm.
whenever I
Yeah.
use it, and it has like that smell, and I feel fresh.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And then frankincense can be used for spiritual growth, protection, and purification. And
Mm-hmm.
then lemon can be something we use often for cleansing and maybe inviting new beginnings.
Ooh, I like that idea too. Because you're cleaning away the old to bring in the new. I like that.
Yep.
And then like sage is a cleansing herb, and it kind of, it's supposed to banish the negative energy and clear toxic vibrations. So,
Hmm.
and it's a definite unique scent. So, that might be something that you want to think
Absolutely.
about.
Yeah.
Time, you can use time to help guide you into making a right decision, help you learn to trust your inner gut.
Hmm.
Um, Cinnamon is supposed to make you feel safe and bless your home, which to me it's Christmas season, Yule season, all in one is cinnamon for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
Coconut is a great one for grounding and protection,
Put the
and
lime in the coconut. Shake it
absolutely.
all up.
Yes.
You did
So
a little jig.
I did. I did.
Ah,
Um, and then I really wanted to talk more about the ancestry side of scent. It just
yes.
fascinates me that it might be in our DNA what our ancestors smelled. So not only is this good for shadow work, but if you've got a generational curse or something like that, this might be a way to try to find out what it is that triggers you.
Hmm. Hmm.
But the study and behavior of environment is called epigenetics when you're talking about gene expression. And this study of this shows that intense experiences such as fear, love, or survival um, can actually genetically imprint on your DNA. And they've actually done experiments on mice where they
Oh.
have taught generational mice down the generations to fear certain scents. Like I guess they it said that they made the ancestor, say mouse, afraid of this certain smell, which means they probably heard it
Mm.
every time that smell was there,
Hmm.
and that several generations later the mice were afraid of
Oh,
that smell.
wow. Wow.
So
Okay.
apparently it imprints on us.
Hmm. That's interesting. My brain
Hmm
is thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know about
I
that.
know, because it's fascinating because, you hear this, oh, your ancestors and blah, 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 but they've done experiments with other animals and have proven it.
Yeah. That's I guess that's true because you have like those survival sense
Hmm
where, your ancestors lived in areas that had like a specific spice or herb
hmm
and it could have been used for healing and that might pass down as like a innate sense of comfort and safety when you smell that smell or something like that.
Yeah, maybe cinnamon for me is that home smell. Maybe some of my
Yeah.
ancestors somehow, I mean, I'm sure a lot of my cinnamon likability, I really am struggling for words, is because of being raised in an environment that had the
Yeah.
smell of
Yeah, and that
cinnamon
makes
during the
sense too.
holidays.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But it could be that ancestors,
Like
that
maybe
cinnamon
your
was
family
a,
used cinnamon because it
mm-hmm,
was a feeling for them and
mm-hmm.
et cetera, et cetera. I mean, I feel like similarly there could be bad smells too.
Mm-hmm.
Like smells associated with danger, like smoke or rotting food, like those are
Ooh,
good things to
good
have.
point.
Like you might
Yeah.
not want to eat that chicken because it smells bad and you
Yeah.
understand that it smells bad. But now, is that like you already know that, or is it like a learned behavior? I don't feel like it's learned because when I have never eaten like bad chicken. If I smell the
Mm-hmm.
chicken and it's bad, I'm like, yeah,
We
I'm not
yeah,
gonna
we
eat
smell
that.
it and we're like, absolutely not. So where did that come from?
Or is it just because it doesn't smell normal, like
I
normal
don't
chicken? We're
know.
like, oh, like it's kind of like a trigger in our brains where it's like, I don't know. There's a maybe a science behind it,
I mean, supposedly.
but I don't know. I feel like the maybe inheritance of scent based reactions isn't just physical, it can be influenced by emotional and spiritual responses too.
That's true. That's true.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think scent in in your ancestral memory thing in magic, it's like um it can help you be more what am I trying to say? It can become more potent
Uh-huh.
when we consider the ancestral dimension to it. So,
Hmm.
there might be something more for me that involves cinnamon for some reason,
Yeah. Yeah,
or
I feel
sugar, think about sugar, the smell of sugar cookies. For our ancestors, sugar was not a common thing. You couldn't go to the grocery store and buy a big
yeah.
old pound bag of sugar. And it was something, what is it that like chocolate is something that was a luxury.
Hmm.
Sugar was probably a luxury to our ancestors. So maybe that's why that smell means something to us.
Yeah, yeah.
But the herbs, resins, and flowers that our ancestors used might resonate with us today, and we might
Hmm.
not even know
Hmm.
why. It might be part of our genetic memory, which just
Yeah.
baffles me. That's
Yeah.
just fascinating. But so working with these scents might help connect you to your ancestors, help us find what their connect to their wisdom, their strengths, their experiences, and bring that. A lot of people do want to work with their ancestors. So that could bring that connection with your ancestors to make it really strong. Research what kind of plants and herbs were native to your ancestral homeland. I mean, I would like to do what's that DNA and me or 23, whatever it is, the DNA testing to see what my
Yeah, I
ancestors
don't
are.
like ancestry.com type of
Yeah,
thing or something.
yeah. And so if you do that and you find out where your ancestors came from, research the plants and herbs that were native to that area and then experiment with those scents and see if it triggers anything. Write in your journal what happens. Um, and then burning or diffusing those scents that you have discovered might create a bridge between you and your ancestors and help you practice your ancestor magic.
Hmm.
So, frankincense and myrrh was a big thing with the wise men and baby Jesus, they say, and that might be something that can help connect you to your spiritual journey,
Hmm.
where juniper might evoke memories from Nordic type traditions, depending on where your ancestry is. I think it's just a really cool thing to research and explore.
Yeah, I never thought of it as like a familiar type of link, like a familiar
Familial?
familial. I don't know
Yeah.
English. I don't know words. The family lineage, basically.
Yes, yes.
So that's pretty cool. I feel like healing through scent, like if your ancestors experienced trauma, then certain scents would hold that key to healing generational wounds as well,
Yes, I
which
think
I thought
so.
was very interesting. And
Hmm.
then lavender and chamomile, for instance, are widely used for their calming properties. And so these could help soothe and like inherited anxieties. Like,
Hmm.
do we use those because it's been passed down? Because I don't know. There's a whole thing to it.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
I
I
mean,
mean,
it's like
I
the
can
chicken and
argue
the
it.
egg
Yeah,
thing,
I can argue it both ways.
Hmm.
So you can also use ancestral scents, wow, like mugwort or sandalwood to open portals to the past between kind of like dream work or divination.
Oh, yeah, good
So
point.
these scents can help you receive guidance or insight from those who came before you, which is, I
Hmm.
think, really cool. And then you're going to create a family fragrance as well. Like
See,
you're
I think
going
that's a
to, you can
great idea.
create. Yeah.
Yeah, you are
So
going to
you're
do it
going
right
to
now.
right now. You can create a family fragrance. So you can blend essential oils or dried herbs that resonate with your family's history.
Hmm.
So this could include spices like your cinnamon
Oh yeah.
or maybe lineage, whatever it is that you kind of find more in your households, like maybe in your
Hmm.
parents and your grandparents' households always had
Hmm.
this, or maybe wildflower flat flowers. Wow, my southern came out real bad there. Or wildflowers, there we go,
Hmm.
native to your homeland. You can also do an ancestral altar, like add incense or scented candles to your altar that kind
Altar.
of
Hmm.
remind you of that and honor your ancestors to and communicate with your ancestors in that way.
Hmm.
You can use herbal like bath scents
I
to kind of
love
be tied
herbal
to your
baths.
ancestry. So as you soak, you can visualize connecting to your roots and absorbing the strength of your lineage.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
I like that idea.
Yeah. And then you can also meditate with scent, like how we said a little bit earlier. So you can use ancestral scents during meditation to explore your lineage and uncover hidden stories or insights encoded within your DNA. There's so many things that you could do.
I had never thought of scent like this before,
Yeah.
but this aroma therapy is what I was going to say. That's not right. Aroma practice that we might want to explore can create that bridge between us and our ancestors.
Hmm.
So, the explore what it is that what sense do you love? What sense do you fear? Um, what are you inexplicably drawn to? And that might hold more meaning than you ever realized. It could
Hmm.
be a tie to your ancestors.
Yeah,
Um,
absolutely.
and, by working with ancestral sense, that can lead to shadow work, like you were talking about.
Hmm.
And it might help you evolve yourself and understand and deepen your self.
Absolutely. Okay, that was
That
profound.
was not a sentence. That was absolutely not a sentence, but I'm trying. That's all
Yeah,
I've got.
that's all I have too.
I mean, I feel like there's a lot that we can talk about with scent, and I would love to hear what you all,
Oh
some of you
yeah,
all may go, oh
absolutely.
yeah, I've always used scent, and it's
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly.
we'd love to
So,
hear.
yeah, we really like all of this. So,
Hmm.
um, do I do the outro now?
Yes, ma'am.
So, if you like what you heard, you can go to www.c3witchypodcast.com. There we have all of our information. On the first page, I like to do updates on what the previous episode for the week is. I'm probably behind just a little bit, but we also do our After Dark. If you guys are interested in seeing what that's all about, you have like a little description of the episode that's out that half of the month.
Hmm.
And then you also have our merch. Please go shop our merch. It's still Samhain merch.
Hmm. I
But
know. I never did update to Yule.
no,
Oh,
and
speaking of Yule, guys, we are going to do our last episode
soon.
for the Sabbath episodes
Yes. Yes,
for Yule,
soon.
and that will be soon. Yeah.
Um, and you can also find our blog on our website. You can
Hmm.
find the information on if you do want to join our Patreon or our Buzzsprout, our information on what you get with each platform is there and links to
Hmm.
go there to subscribe as well.
Hmm.
Um,
Our
I
newsletters are
our
there.
newsletter, yay. Yeah, we've
Hmm. We
been
got
kind of
this month's out on time.
yes,
Woo!
yes. Was a goal. I remember this time last year we were like we haven't missed an episode. Like we've ne haven't missed one single episode this year. And then
Hmm.
we got to 2024 and all shit hit the fan.
Yeah,
Holy
it was.
moly. We have been both through it.
We've been
So,
through a lot. Yeah. And luckily we're not usually both going through something at the same time.
I
We're
mean,
so one of us is able
we
to
were
pick up
close. We were
for the
close
other.
there.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah,
so
yeah.
I mean, it's all over the place, but we are just so happy you guys are still here. If you are, um, thank you.
Okay.
But I think that's it.
Yes, and thank you all for listening and thank you
Yes.
for supporting us. Those of you who support us, we love our patrons and our
Yes.
subscribers.
Yes.
Um, And the fact that you are still coming back to listen
Yeah, you
to
guys are
us,
still here. Why?
that's crazy to me. But we will be back.
We'll be back.
And until then, stay witchy.
Woo.